southwestern feel, and we like petunias because they're great in baskets as well. This is a three-piece collection. It's our Indian summer petunias, and this with our 3 easy payments works out to $7.27. This is one, you know it when you see it, you love the look of it, and it's from Cottage Farms, so you know you will be successful. These are going to grow so well for you. M67217.
Oh, I just love those colors. I mean, it's very terracotta. We talked about having a lot of pinks in this show, but we are bringing you some oranges, some reds. I love this, and this is also one of our color changing flowers.
Oh, another
one. So as this, you know, it's kind of the term Indian summer. As it progresses, as it ages, you'll have those peachy colors that turn into a terracotta and then a salmon. I mean, the plant has just got these 3 beautiful colors on it all summer long.
Okay, wait for this next photo.
Boom.
Okay.
I love that.
I like that whole color blocking that you talked about, where it's just this sea. Now, we're starting you with a 3-piece set, but if you want to create something like this, you might need a few more. But just to give you some inspiration, what what you might be able to achieve, or if you want a similar look. All right, Katie, this. How easy is it to grow the petunia?
So the petunias are an annual. So what you see up here is what you get. You're getting 3. It will grow to this size by the end of the season. Now they're nice sized plants, hanging baskets. You don't usually get huge hanging baskets. They're usually about 8 inches across, 10 inches across. So these plants grow to about 12 inches. That's why they're perfectly suited for containers. I love how they'll spill over, these beautiful flowers will spill over the sides of your containers, your hanging baskets. And again, they'll just give you that color from late spring all the way through till fall, with multiple shades in those terracotta colors that we don't get so often in the garden.
This is when you want instant gratification and you want it to last for you the entire season. So we had 2 annuals. This is our second one in the mix today. All right. Let's talk annuals.
Sure.
Because you said they're going to give us kind of the best that they can in their one season with us. This, when it arrives, already well established. It's a plant.
Yeah, it is. It's already well established, and you may be thinking, well, I'm going to put that in a smaller pot. Don't. Make sure you put it in the right size pot, because it will perform for you in this season. The annuals will give it their all in this season. Of course, this little flower is there because as soon as you take it out of the box, it wants to burst into bloom. Yours probably will not have flowers on it, because we'll take them off the flower before we put it in the box. However, it just shows you that already, even on this tiny little sample, you'll have flowers.
It's reminding me of SpongeBob. I'm ready. I'm ready. But that's why you reach for annuals. It's going to give you that wow factor right away. And then the colors, as you said on this one, are the southwestern colors.
Yes,
warm,
beautiful.
golden, yellows, oranges. Did you color coordinate this show?
Oh, a little bit, a little bit.
This is reminding me of our Tres Amigos coneflowers. It's reminding me of our Mariachi Fuego collection from earlier.
The red Burnett, even with that red, would be really interesting with these. So these are an annual. That's annuals, perennials, trees, shrubs. We need them all in our garden because we use them as transitions. I have holes in my garden. Listen, I love to garden them outside all summer long, but I still have holes in my garden. When I have one, I plop an annual there. So you need to be prepared when it starts to come spring and you think, oh no, I want to put that Indian summer petunia there. Well, they won't be available then, because these are a very special, unique color. So sure, you can get a purple petunia at your garden center, I'm sure, like everybody else. But if you want the Indian summer, because we all know it's going to come that time for spring. So as you said, you're starting to plan now.
Yep.
But our gardens are still dormant. For many of us, our gardens are still dormant. It's hard to remember what's popping up where. What I love to do is take pictures of my garden throughout the season.
Oh,
that way when it does come time, it's a little bit quieter in January, I can remember, oh, that's what comes up there in that spot.
And I don't, and then you already have your colors, you know what's placed where. The petunias, you make such a good point, because when the time comes, they probably won't be around, and this is not your garden variety petunia. This is something special. That's why we shop Cottage Farms. This is where the pros go. They turn to Cottage Farms for the unique offerings like this. If I hired a pro, they better come with something special.
That's right.
I'm like, that's why I've got you. That's why you're here.
I saw these at the flower show.
Oh, okay.
So I saw this exact Indian summer color, which I was, I'm not sure if these are a Mediterranean plant or not, but annuals really work anywhere, and that's why they did work at the flower show, because anywhere that you live, an annual can grow for you. If it gets really cold, really hot, the only thing annuals really need is drag a hose.
Okay.
And in this case, especially if you have them growing in containers, one of the things that I want to be sure that you remember is to use a fertilizer, because when our plants are growing in containers, they don't get that access to the soil. Not to mention, sometimes our soil isn't even that healthy in our garden. So Cottage Farms has a great bud and flower booster. It's this handy little yellow, matching my sweater, yellow pod. Just like your dishwasher or your laundry pods, you throw it in your watering can, 1 per 1 gallon. And with your annuals, you can start fertilizing them right away. And I would do it every 2 weeks.
Okay.
Because they are hungry, because remember, they are spending all of their time, all of their energy into producing massive swaths of color.
And this color for petunias is different. It's unique. Look at the golden yellows. Yes. You're going to see those warmer oranges. This, our Indian summer petunias collection, 3 pieces. Now, in the photos, we saw a potted petunia. Was that one plant, you think?
Well, it gets to be about 12. It's hard to I can't remember which picture you're talking about, but 12 inches wide.
Okay.
So if they're great for even a 10-inch container, but of course you can put them in a 12-inch container. But if you want them to spill over the edges, go a little smaller. That way they will do that spilling or trailing effect.
Yes, I like that.
So nice. One of the things that we talk about in container design is a thriller, a filler, and a spiller. So you've heard me say it before.
Yep.
And in this case, these are your spillers. So you'd put something like your mariachis here as your filler, and your red burnet in this case, because it's 3 feet tall, could be your thriller. It's going to stick up and out of it. So there's so much in a container that you could do with these. These don't have to be the star of the container, or they could.
Okay, that's advanced for me. One plant per container right now for me.
But
I'll work my way up.
These are so beautiful that they work with 1 plant per container.
I mean, I love the effect here. You're getting 3 pieces. You could spread the love, whether it is in the ground, whether you are doing the pots or containers. M67217 is your item number, and this coordinates and works so beautifully with many of the plants we already featured in our 2 hours. Most of this show new, including these Indian summer petunias. We just introduced these to you a little over a week ago. This is going to arrive when it's the perfect time to put in the ground, and according to our zone map, that time is either now or coming very quickly for many parts of the country. Now it's down kind of to the nitty-gritty, Katie. And
it is.
I don't want you to wait till the last minute and say, oh, I should have gotten those when I had the chance. Okay, this is our mariachi fuego.
Yes.
Mariachi fuego. Look at these colors. This looks so nice together. So would this grow a little bit taller?
Yes, so this is going to be about 20 inches tall. This would be something you'd put in the center of your pot, and then now you can go up a pot. If you have a 20-inch pot, put this in the center, and you could take these 3 and put them almost in a triangle around it.
I love when I see people, now I've never gotten this far, like they have a lot of containers on their decks and patios. Like it looks so pretty. And most of the time it's annuals, because they're going to empty those pots out and then
start over. Yeah, I mean, people love to container garden. I love to container garden. I even grow edibles in containers too, even though I have a big yard, because I'm on my porch a lot, I'm on my patio a lot. I walk up to the front of my house and I want to have 2 containers there. So it's like, I like to say it's like your closet. You have lots of different shirts, so you want to be able to mix and match and put different things together. It's like putting an outfit together.
And that's why we're coordinating colors.
That's
and
right.
Whatnot
That's
here.
right.
It is like fashion, but for your garden. Now, question for you about a container. Another kind of rookie question. Like I have a bigger, taller container. How much soil, like should I put rock in the bottom when it's a taller container, or go ahead and fill the whole thing up with soil and just put that plant at the top?
Depends on, I always stay away from rocks, because if you do want to move it, it gets to be kind of heavy.
Good point.
Depends though how tall your container is. Sometimes if you have a taller container, you don't want it to wobble over, so I'll put like a brick or something at the bottom.
Okay.
But I think what you're asking me is about filling with soil. So sometimes I'll even take crushed up plastic pots that the plants come in. I'll put them at the base of my plant. Most of our plants today do come in that black plastic pot. Take them, crush them up, especially if it's an annual. Then pour your soil over it. That'll save you a little bit of money because you don't need to fill this whole thing, especially it's a deeper pot. You don't need to fill the whole thing with soil.
Okay, good tip. All right, still to come, we're gonna talk raspberry wine. And we're also going to share with you another new idea. This is the Mr. Good Bud sedum plant.